John F. Germ. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sergio.
How are you, my dear John?
I am doing very well.
Thank you so much for being here with us directly, I think, from Tennessee.
That is correct.
Thank you, dear John. We have just finished with our dear friend Celia from Argentina. And before we started our conversation, I first make the wish that everything is okay, naturally, with you and your family.
We are doing fine. Can't travel, but we're doing fine with Zoom.
These are troubled times, difficult times all over the place, but we are Rotarians and we are going to get through it. We, dear John, have a surprise for you, a video that we want to share with you to start our conversation. I'll ask our team to put it in the air, please.
Every day that you serve Rotary, you have that opportunity to change lives. Those opportunities may look small. You might think sometimes it really doesn't matter, but you're not small, and everything you do matters, especially to the people you help and the people you love in this generation and the next and the next, because every good work you do in your life makes the world better for them all.
Thank you, John, for those inspiring words. They are taking us to our conversation. We are talking about leadership in Rotary, and you also share with us here the leadership in ourselves. We can make the difference in the world. So I will sit here to listen for you and to have some of this conversation. And I just ask you kindly if you can share with us some ideas about how can we really lead our lives, Rotary, our communities. You have been such a wonderful Rotary International President. Please, John, welcome.
Thank you very much, Sergio. It's a pleasure for me to be here to talk with you and to talk with the individuals that are online through Zoom, talking about Rotary and leadership. You have had great speakers today. You have had the president-elect of Rotary, the chairman of the trustees, the chairman-elect of the trustees. You had communications. You've talked about the foundation. You've talked about the convention. And you've done things in a different way. We are in a unique opportunity. Each person that is viewing this and participating in this district assembly has a unique opportunity. We are traveling in uncharted territory. We have never been in a situation like we are in today. But we must learn how to take advantage of this situation. We can all sit back and we can say that COVID has disrupted our lives. And that is true. Our lives have been disrupted. We are doing things differently than we did before. But we should be optimistic. As Rotarians, we should say, how can we take this situation and how can we improve lives of other people? And how can we take disruption and turn it into innovation? you're doing that today. You've taken a situation where normally you would have people come together in one location, and at that location, they would share ideas. Today, you're having people from all around the world. 4 different continents are participating because of innovation. We could not have done that previously. So let's think about the fact that, yes, we cannot meet in person. Yes, we're having difficulty doing some of our projects the way we normally would have done them. But yes, we can say we're meeting more frequently with Zoom. We're having greater participation from people around the world with Zoom. And we must realize that in this district, the people that are the leaders are the key to the success of this coming year. Sergio, you have built a great team. It's now time to put that team into action. The year is going to be challenging. We do not know exactly what's going to happen the rest of this year. I believe that we will not have a vaccine. I believe that we are going to have to be traveling under adverse circumstances, but yet we have to look at our communities and realize that there is still work out there that needs to be done. And who is better to do that work than Rotary and Rotarians? So let's talk a little bit about leadership, because you asked me to talk a little bit about leadership in Rotary. And I think it's not just leadership in Rotary, I think it's leadership in life. But specifically this coming year, I think that we're going to find that the year is going to be challenging. It can be exciting. And I think most of all, it's going to be rewarding. And I think it's going to be rewarding because I believe that Rotarians will rally and we will be doing things differently, but more effectively and efficiently. As a leader, your success is going to be measured by how good you build your team. I have a saying that says, together, everyone achieves more. So a leader cannot do things by themselves. A leader has to work with people. You have to be able to motivate people. You have to have things working together. So let's think about how can we work together and how can we be leaders, not only in Rotary, but in our communities. So let me give you a short course in human relations. 6 most important words. I admit I made a mistake. The 5 most important words. You did a good job. The 3 most important words. If you please. 2 most important words. Thank you. 1 most important word. We. The least most important word is I. I cannot do anything. We can do everything that we set our mind about doing. So as a leader, you should be willing to give a little extra of your time to help build the clubs you are working with. As you look at the clubs and as you think about the Rotary world and the world in general, let us realize that there are 3 different types of people. 1, those that sit back and they watch things happen. 2, those that make things happen. And 3, that class that we all know too well, those that sit around and wonder what happened. You, as the leaders of this district and of Rotary, can make things happen. But success is not just happenstance. Success happens because of attitude. You have to have a very positive attitude. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the team members that you have. If you don't, you're going to become your own worst enemy. So you have to develop a very positive attitude. And you have to think about your desire to achieve. And to build a successful attitude, I think that number one, you have to eliminate the words I can't. Replace them with I can. Remove if and say I will. Remove doubt. Expect the best from your team members and expect the best from yourself. Eliminate I don't know, I don't think, and say I know we can accomplish this. Just as Paul Harris knew when we started Rotary International, he knew he could get friends. As Orange Clump knew. When in 1917, he said, we need to create endowment for doing good in the world. He knew that we could do that. Just as Sir Clem Renoff knew when he asked the question, when smallpox had been eradicated, is there something of this magnitude that Rotary can do? And in 1979, when we went to the Philippines to provide vaccines and to vaccinate 6 million children, Sir Clem knew we could do it. There wasn't any doubt. How many times have we heard, I just don't have the time? When a leader will say, I will make the time. I will make the time to address the needs in our community. Take out the word maybe. Say positively. Positively. I am afraid? No, I'm confident. I'm confident we can do this. I don't believe? I do believe. I do believe that Rotarians will respond to this COVID. I believe Rotarians are already responding to COVID. We've already spent $19 million on global grants and disaster relief grants in order to help communities all around the world. We are partnering with USAID in Italy and in some of the other countries around the world in order to help bring food and to things like that that people need today. We're putting up billboards to talk about how you wash your hands and proper sanitation, all because we believe that we can accomplish, and we believe we can make a difference, not only in our life, but those out in touch. Minimize the word I. As I cannot do anything. You and I, as a team, we can do everything. I also want you to remember that people don't remember you for your mistakes. They remember you for successes. Have we made mistakes along the way in our lives? Have we made mistakes when we have implemented new projects? Did we make some mistakes when we came out with the areas of focus? Yes, we did. But what did we do along the way? We went and corrected those. We corrected those mistakes and added to, made things clearer for Rotarians. You know, a lot of people will talk about a successful year. And when I was president of my local Rotary Club, and when I was governor and served in many of the positions that you're serving in right now, we heard people say, we want to have a successful year. I say, we have to have a successful day. If we have 365 successful days, we're going to have a successful year. So think about that. How do we make each day of our life successful? How do we improve the lives of someone else as we move along this track we have in Rotary. Walt Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Our leaders in the past, Paul Harris had a dream. Arch Klump had a dream. Clem Renoff had a dream. Cliff Druckerman had a dream. Everyone has had a dream. My dream was Rotary serving humanity, because I think that's what we do best, is we work to make other people's lives better. And by making other people's lives better, we make ourselves better. So we're entering into this new world that we're not sure what it's going to be, but we do know that just as we have done since March, we have got to become flexible. We have to be flexible in our meetings. We have to be flexible with how we do our projects. We have to be flexible in how we do our fundraising. Can we have normal fundraising activities with community barbecues or community theater events? Probably not for a while. But what's wrong with telethons? What's wrong with thinking out of the box and doing more work like that? Well, let me share a few words about people. And I think you can remember this very well, because in order to be successful in life, we have to work with people. So let's take a moment and let's break down that word people. P stands for pride. Be proud of yourself and what you can do. Be proud of what your clubs have done in Rotary in order to help communities better. Be proud of the work that Rotarians around the world have done in the eradication of polio, and to where we are now down to only 2 countries that's endemic. Nigeria hasn't had a case since August of 2016, and hopefully this year they will be declared polio free once the epidemiologists can get around and can see that their statistics are right, correct, their environmental samples are correct. So maybe Nigeria will get declared by World Health Organization to be polio free this year. That means the entire continent of Africa will be polio free. So then we're just down to Afghanistan and Pakistan. And even though we've had to curtail the work of going door to door, house to house, working in airports and so forth, I can tell you this, there's less number of cases this year at this time than there were last year. Rotary's surveillance systems, Rotary's laboratories are working extremely hard and continue to work with COVID just as we did with other outbreaks that came along. E stands for empathy, concern for your fellow human being. There's a saying that says, there's a destiny that makes us brothers. None dare go his way alone. The more you put into the life of others, the more that comes of your own. So think about that. Think about that. O is opportunity. O stands for opportunity. Every one of us was given an opportunity when someone asked us, I think you're a highly ethical person. I think you're a person that we need in our organization, and I want you to become a Rotarian. Each of us accepted that opportunity. But let me also say that you have an obligation. Your obligation is to reach out and to ask others to join our organization. Your obligation is to look at someone you may have sponsored previously that is now no longer a Rotarian. Why are they no longer a Rotarian? Did we their needs? Did we not give them an opportunity to become more involved in the club, the community, more opportunity to become involved through leadership? Someone gave us that, but we have an obligation to use it to give someone else that opportunity. Perseverance. P stands for perseverance. Set goals. Work toward those goals. You know, I don't think that we ever believed that it was going to take us to polio, but we've stayed with it. And when the Bill and Melinda Gates gave us $100 million in 2007 and continues to match with us today, if we do $50 million, they give us 100. So Rotary is actually contributing $150 million to the eradication of polio. I asked Bill Gates, why did he give Rotary the money? He said, I gave Rotary the money because you have the passion. You have persevered. You have the integrity. You have the surveillance system to be sure that money is spent effectively and efficiently. The key, perseverance, boots on the ground, people that are willing to volunteer their time to do things. L stands for leadership. And we're talking over Zoom with leaders in this district. We're talking about people that want to be involved. 5% of people are involved. 95% are involved by leadership. Have you ever tried to push a string? You can't push a string. You have to pull a string. You pull that string. People do not want to be managed. They want to be led. Have you ever heard of a world manager? I doubt if you have. You've heard of a world leader. You've heard of an educational leader, a political leader, scout leader, community leader, business leader. They lead, they don't manage. You have to lead people. You have to be E for enthusiastic. Emerson once said, enthusiasm breeds success. Success breeds success. But the only place that I know that success comes before work is in the dictionary. You have to have your goals. You have to work your goals. So you have a plan, work your plan. Set those goals and work toward them. You're limited by two things this year. There's only two things that limit any of us in life: our initiative or our lack of it. So if we want to be successful, I'm going to tell you the secrets to success. Set your goals, plot your course. Remember, you have the power to choose which direction you want to go in all aspects of life. Understand your own abilities. Recognize your unique gifts that God gave each and every one of us and strive to maximize their use. Create an environment for success. Reward successes. Respect individuals. Recognize problems as opportunities. I've never believed that we have a problem. I believe we have an opportunity to make things better. Call on others for support. Don't try to do everything by yourself. You will not be successful. Call on others for support. Expect to make some sacrifices. You know, people say, I don't have the time. You can make time in your life to do anything you want to do. It's whether or not you have the desire to do that. Surround yourself with others. Surround yourself with people of like mind, of people that's willing to work together as a team. Remember, together, everyone achieves more. Strive for excellence. Strive to be the very best that you can do. Strive to be the very best that you can be, and to reach out to others, them be the very best that they can be. Well, short secrets to success. But as I said, it only comes before work in the dictionary. So we have to work our plan. You're setting plans for this coming year. You're setting plans when you really don't know how that you're going to implement all those plans. But you can think about it. You can think and you can say, yes, I can implement these plans. Yes, here's how we're going to do it. We may have to have more telephone meetings. We may have to have more Zoom meetings, but it can be accomplished. It takes all of us to make Rotary. It takes all of us to make the district a success and to make the club a success. Now, you can be one of those Rotarians that you can choose to watch things happen. You can wonder what happened, or you can make things happen. Rotarians are people that make things happen. You are the very best of the best. You are the leaders. You're the ones that can make a difference. This year, it's your opportunity. Your opportunity to make a difference. You can soar to success, or you can sit there like a buzzard, or you can be like the eagle that flies out there. My best definition of a leader knows the way, a leader shows the way, and a leader goes the way. The world today needs Rotary more than it ever has. So I challenge you, be the leader. Be the one that makes a difference. Set your goals, work your goals, and you will have a successful year. Thank you very much for letting me share a few thoughts with you. Sergio, I hope this is what you wanted me to talk about on leadership. You never seek a higher position. You never ask someone to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. Be the best that you can be. Thank you very much.
Dear President John, thank you so much for your words. Thank you so much for your example. I was reflecting about a fellow American, Bruce Springsteen. We talked about music when I was with President-elect Olger, about Pink Floyd. In Bruce Springsteen, there is some music that says, it's not the time in your life, it's the life in your time. And thank you to bring us life to our time, life and example, attitude, and also, as Thomas Jefferson would said a few years ago, I'm a lucky guy, much more I work, much lucky I have in life. So these are inspiring words because we really are embracing these new challenging times and we need this inner leadership, as you told us. Thank you so much. I hope we can find us soon. Personally, when you think about to travel to Europe, we'll be very welcome in Portugal, in our districts, and now virtually, please receive warm regards from all of us. Thank you so much, dear President John.
Thank you very much. Have a great year.
Thank you so much. I accept your challenge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.